विभाग आज अपने साप्ताहिक कार्यक्रम चर्चा का विषय है के अंतर्गत राजनीति में बढ़ती हिंसात्मक घटनाएं लोकतंत्र के लिए एक गंभीर चुनौती पर परिचर्चा प्रसारित करेगा। इसे रात 9:30 बजे से आकाशवाणी के FM गोल्ड चैनल पर सुना जा सकेगा।
Follow me on this snow crossing in the Ralam Valley. Walking on snow is all about feeling the underground. It's quite steep below there. The main thing is to shut out the mental fear. I think I'm the first guy to open the route to Ralam. We finally reached the end of the Ralam Valley. The villagers should be returning in the next 1 week, mid-May. Too barren, too cold to stay in the winter. All the ships are loaded with supplies for the village. Annually there is a migration in October, and then in May the people are coming back to their town. We settled down in a nice empty bungalow. I just made a small fire to keep us warm in the nights. Welcome to beautiful Uttarakhand. So peaceful and beautiful here. While running above the Ganga river valley, came across a small hamlet. One elder lady here offered me some roti and something new I haven't seen before, a green vegetable which is salty and tangy. This hospitality keeps the runner going as we run from hamlet to hamlet in beautiful Uttarakhand. While climbing up a pass, I met this friendly gentleman who was kind enough to tell me not to climb further. So I thought, okay, let me share a few of his farming tools while climbing down. Got some local musical talents in Namik. I like the drummer. Masti hai. We're at 3,600 meters in the Pindari Valley in mid-May. We're around 300 meters from the Pindari Baba Mat, and we're actually one day ahead of Baba himself. We're walking up from one village. Naam?
My name is Lakshman.
Lakshman?
My name is Chandrasekhar.
Super. Jaldi, come. Hiking up to the something pass, forgot the name. Hazel coming down, beautiful view on the mountains. Every day we get our portion of rain and other things coming out of the sky. We are at Sartuli, surrounded by 1,000 sheep of 5 sheep herders, protected by 7 sheepdogs. It's all sheep and goat here, as far as the eye can see. He's currently preparing some thick chapatis for the 7 dogs, which are watching the herd. So looking forward for a wonderful night to stay with these chaps. We just woke up from a pretty cold night. They got a nice tent here. Nice thick blankets. I guess we are ready for the crossing today. Walking through a couple of snowfields here. Greetings from top of the Kuari Pass. Steep 1,000-meter climb though, was quite exhausting. We are descending from Daira to the small hamlet of Manji. Lost the trail in between, so currently scrambling through raw forest, checking the contour map to find the best possible way down. Whoa! Getting a little hungry and came across this friendly ladies here. Oi, little one. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Kiki, 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 kiki. Poo, 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 poo. A couple of co-hikers on the way to Indrahar from McLeod gang who are following into my footsteps. Cool, you got one pole for 5 people. Not bad, good planning. More snow, steeper here, so cutting deeper steps to get up vertically. Voila. Dolodor are typically quite steep towards the ridges. We just came down from the Indrahar Pass, an enormous snowfield formed by the Indrahar Pass. Bit slopey, bit steep, but thanks to the soft snow, no big deal to simply slide down into the valley. I didn't know I was gonna ski. Just climbed on top of a 3,400 meter ridge with literally 360-degree views on the snow peaks during sunset. Staying tonight with wonderful Gadis. Getting down from the ridge where I stayed with the shepherds. Initially we had a decent trail, but we missed it. Once you go off trail, the speed drops like anything. Nothing easier than walking on a flat trail compared to going straight through the wilderness. Oh man, we'll need to gobble up my egg aloo paruta soon. Still on the way to the Waru Pass. The trail keeps eluding me. Monday, June 24th. I'm waiting it out in my cave here for the weather to clear. Walking up a frozen snow gully here. My target is up there on the right side, the Waru Pass, one of the flattest passes across the Dolodor. It was pretty tough to come down from the initial section there. A little bit technical rock climbing. Descending from a pass without a clear trail always remains a challenge. Making your own way is not easy in this mighty Himalayas. We came across a remote settlement of huge mud homes, pillars made out of single trees. The walls appear to be built from rocks plastered with mud. Basically one single room for kitchen, sleeping. Here is the animal corner. Typically people and animals stay together. Massive herd of sheep descending down steep rock faces from the Margu Pass, coming from Chamba. Some 5 shepherds and a couple of dogs are managing this huge crowd. Narrow gullies, waterfalls into the meadows below, where they will probably set up camp for the day. A large herd of sheep from Barmar coming down the Chorasi Pass into the Chanju Nala Valley. Beautiful spectacle. Even the shepherd is taking a small video. Shepherds are getting modernized. We are walking on the top of the moraines of the Kangla glacier. Moraines are basically large fields of rubble, rock and boulders on top of a melting glacier. So they're in constant movement, so you need to be careful. I broke my last pole. Also don't have any spikes, so lucky my trusty Isaacs is there to pull me up. It's quite intense. Basically gently sloping up, then taking a right here to cross this section coming out of the snow-covered valley there. And there we can see the glaciers hanging from the mountains. We are now walking down the Kangla into Zanskar, Ladakh, moving to the Grand Canyon of Ladakh. Massive walls, huge rock faces, not very apparent on the contour maps. Very impressive to walk through these kind of canyons. Descending from the Stokangri, 6,140 meters down the ridge. Some views on the valley below. Pretty much fully covered in snow, even end of July. Stunning views. approaching the settlement of Satok, a beautiful hamlet along the Tsarab river valley, uninhabited now. Let's take a closer look. Beautifully constructed, royally looking hamlet. As you can see, beautiful large rooms constructed, all abandoned, but still in a good shape after so many years of non-use. People have left this beautiful settlement for God knows, due to climate change, or left for the city comforts. It's a pity, so much rich heritage which is lost and will probably never come again. Climbing up the 103rd pass, the Marangla, from Zanskar back to Ladakh at 5,330 meters. Voila, here we are. Here we're crossing into beautiful Ladakh. We're walking along the Zara Chu upstream, surrounded by barren Ladakhi desert. Amazing how water transforms the landscape and gives birth to a brimming ecosystem. Awesome how life can grow in this barren, desolate landscape, triggered by the elixir of life, water.
It was more than 100 days into the journey, and even after a lot of planning and rescheduling, I was just hopping in and out from one valley to another. This was because by mid-August, when the lower Himalayas were flooded by unprecedented rains, at the same time the interior passes of Ladakh were becoming out of bounds due to the huge amount of glacial meltwater turning calm rivers into dangerous stream currents which were impossible to cross.
The force of the water is quite heavy still. The currents and the speed of the water in Sarab is even more strong.
After numerous failed attempts of finding new routes through the interior valleys of the Hemis National Park, due to the presence of high meltwater current, I was almost forced to hitchhike along the Manali-Leh highway to enter Himachal again.
Up there we see Tent Peak, the boundary between Lahore, Chamba and Himachal. And here we are running down towards the base of the Rohtang Pass. We're walking down the Shitidar Peak, 5,300 meters through fresh snow into the beautiful Solang Valley below. I guess we have been acclimatized on the snow. We're walking down the Kaliheni glacier, actually covered by fresh snow, one of the passes connecting Kulu and Chamba Valley. We're standing on the river flowing to Barabangal. Big chunks of ice remain at the end of the summer this year. Last year we did not see any ice over here.
Due to unprecedented amount of snowfall in 2018, the most adventurous experience was crossing the ferocious river streams in the Barabangal region.
We are looking at the Tamsar Pass here, gateway between Barabangal and the Barot Valley. Last year solid glaciers exposed, now fully covered by snow. Amazing how different it looks from last year. Horses descending from the Tamsar Pass, carrying supplies to Barabangal. It's quite intense here, much less oxygen. Well, you can see the flags there up. Tamsar number 113 done. Last year's landslides have become worse, so we're trying to scramble across this place. I know I haven't taken a bath for a few months. Thanks for cleaning up a few missed out spots. So we're on the way from Lohardi to the Gairu Pass. but got a little bit stuck in bad weather. We're just waiting for the weather to clear to proceed further. At the base of the Geru Pass here, spend the night with 6 nice gentlemen. They're collecting medicinal herbs, drying them, put a fire there. We're climbing up the Sukdali Pass to Mani Mahesh, Shiva's holy shrine. Jai Shankar. Damgodi Pass is up there, gateway from Mani Mahesh to Kuhti village. You can see the glaciers, massive. Big crevice behind me. Climbing up pretty steeply here. Rough landscape. Another 100 meter, I think.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good trek. Quite steep.
Goody. Beautiful. Views are stunning.
It was a pretty long journey. I think I just love spending time in nature through these long endurance journeys. It is my way of meditation in remote virgin locations and experiencing lost humanity. This journey was never about the places I covered and the passes I crossed. It was always about the people I met in those small hamlets after crossing the pass. This journey was about people more than places. There is so much of this cultural diversity in the whole of the Indian subcontinent that it would definitely leave every explorer speechless over and over again.
सीट पर भाजपा के अक्षयवर लाल ने 1,28,000 मतों से जीत हासिल की है। उन्होंने गठबंधन प्रत्याशी शब्बीर वाल्मीकि को हराया।